The age-old question, come bet or place bet? Now I've done a lot of videos on it. You can look through my catalog of videos and see how I compare them. The fact is they both have their advantages and disadvantages. But what if we can bring them together, create some sort of harmony and unity, and make them both work in a positive way? Well, that's what we're going to try to do today. So if you're a player that's really concerned about house edge, you're most likely going to be a pass line with odds and a come bet player. We make our pass line, a points established, then we can add odds up to the maximum amount allowed. Today I'm just going to use double odds, so $20 bet here, and then we would make a come bet. Now one of the arguments for a come bet is people say you have to roll the number twice to get paid. So if we roll a 6, it would move up to a 6, and then we have to roll a 6 again to then get paid. It's not technically true. I've made videos about it because they're different bets, right? So a place bet of $12, sure, if a 6 rolls, we would get paid here, but the come bet has its own advantages. It actually wins with a 7 or 11, and that's the most likely number to roll. So it's a different game. They're very difficult to compare these bets because of that. But if we can play these bets in unity, we can do both. So we can have a place bet. So if we do roll the 6, our come bet would move up inside the 6, and our 6 would immediately get paid, right? So our $12 bet would get paid 14. Now this is kind of a redundant bet to have a place bet and a come bet. The odds portion of the bet gets paid better than a place bet, right? The place bet 7 to 6. The odds bet 6 to 5. So the odds portion does get paid more. Not the overall bet, so that's a different discussion. But you wouldn't want to do it this way. So what you would tell the dealer is, I'd like to come down with odds, which means you're bringing your place bet down and then replacing it with odds. So we have $24 here, well, 26. How much would you like? So I'd like to come down with $20 in odds. So we can keep it at double odds. So we'd be racking, you know, a nice little $6 score there, and then we have an amazing bet here. So we kind of established the best of both worlds. Now the pass line has a house edge of 1.4%, the odds is 0%. The 6 and 8, very good bet at only 1.52%, I believe it is. So if we made place bets to start off with on the 6 and 8, really someone who's worried about the house edge you can't complain about that too bad. So we can make our come bet, have our place bets in position, and then come down with odds or replace our place bet with an amazing low house edge come bet. Meanwhile, we're not missing out on any rolls. The only problem with this is you may roll a number that doesn't have a place bet on it. So let's say we roll a 4, this would come up. We can add odds to it, but we're not immediately getting paid. So we kind of missed out on that first roll. Again, it's not that it needs to roll twice because it actually has an advantage to win when it's here. But once it's up here, you feel like you've missed out on a payment. So you really could make place bets on additional numbers. The only problem is, if you're worried about house edge, the 5 and 9 place bets, the house edge is 4%. So that's lower than roulette and many other games in the casino. But when you've got bets that are below 1%, only 1.5%, jumping up to 4%, if you're worried about that, it's a big deal, right? But the nice thing about that is if you have a come bet, you have that many combinations that are going to win for you on the very first roll of the dice. So 5 rolls, come bet would move in, our $10 bet would win 14. I'd like to come down with $20 in odds. So they bring your bet down, set you up with 20 in odds. We collect some profit, and we've got an amazing bet set up and ready to go. So how many bets do you want up here? How many bets do you want to place? That's kind of up to you to kind of play along with. I think what I'm going to do is roll this strategy out. I'm going to use double odds. I'm going to place the 6 and 8, and then I'm going to pick one more number. So essentially I could replace them and then have basically 4 numbers, including the pass line working. So I'm not going to make 2 bad bets at 4%. I'll just pick one or the other. And then again, it'll depend on what the point is. So let's check it out. All right, I'm going to try this out with $1, $2, $3, $400 and see how it works out. Conveniently enough, I got my $400 right here. So let's go ahead and start with $10 on the pass line. We're dealing with a $10 table today. Puck is off. So we're going to start with a fresh new shooter and see what happens. So here we go. Let's get it started. 7 on the come out, frontline winner. All right, quick $10 win here. So looking for a point, here we go. 8, easy, 8's gonna be our point. So we'll mark the 8. So we wanna place bet the 6 because it's a great bet. I don't wanna do 2 numbers at, a bad house edge of 4%. So let's just do, pick the number, whatever you want. Let's do the 5 and 6. So I'm gonna take 25, get to the dealer and like to place the 5 and 6. So we'll go $3 and change and set up for $22 here. And then we want to get our odds, right? And we're just going to do double odds. So $20 betting behind the 8. And then now let's make our $10 come bet, which we hope moves up to the 5, 6, or 8. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. No, quick 7. That's a bummer. So our bets are going to come down. One of the reasons people like to make come bets is it does get paid. So, we lost this much, but at least we got a little bit of loss rebate there. All right, puck's going to go off. Go ahead and rack that up. Start over, $10 on the line. You dump the bowl, new dice, new shooter. Here we go. Some people ask why I do that. It's just kind of a visual representation that we have a new shooter going. All right, 6 easy is going to be our new point. 6 easy. Mark the 6. So let's do our double odds behind the 6. And this time we want the 8. And let's go with the 9. So again, let's throw in a quarter. Dealer, place my 8 and 9. We get $3 and change. And we'll set up $22 here. And let's get our $10 bet coming. All right, here we go. Shooter looking for that 6, 8, or 9. There's the 4. All right, we don't have the 4. So the come bet will travel to the 4. We like our odds, right? If you're a house edge player, 0 house edge on this bet. So let's add double odds or $20 and we'll make an additional come bet. Now it's up to you. The problem is if this rolls a 5 or 10, well, now we've got a whole bunch of numbers going. So if we want to max out on just kind of covering 4 numbers, we can remember these place bets could always be taken down. So dealer, take my 9 down. He'll return it to you. And now we don't have to worry about getting too many numbers, right, to work with or to bet on. You can if you'd like, if you have the bankroll. Probably off screen, but that is the 9. So we made a bad move there, right? If only we could see the future. All right, our come bet is going to move up inside the 9. Let's go double odds. So we got to bet on the 4, 6, 8, and 9. Let's see one of those repeat. There's the 5, so we found our hole. 4, 6, 8, or 9 shooter. There's that 9, there we go. All right, this is going to come down. Our $20 in odds is going to win 30. Our $10 bet is going to win 10, so a total of $40. And then we could start this over, collect this up, and leave $10 coming, and see if we can roll that 8. So we can come down with odds on the 8. All right, here we go. Looking for that 8 shooter. There, we're back. We're going to go back on the 9. That's okay. So back on the 9. Again, we'll throw in $20 for our double odds. And we've got 4 points again. Same 4. That's what we're looking for. Yo, 11. All right, we don't care about that so much. There's the 5. Just missed it a little bit. There's that 8. There we go. We wanted to see that earlier, but that's okay. So $12 is going to pay 14. And we can rack that up. Now it's up to you if, you can always leave the bet in the come and try to cover a number, but it could get expensive, right? Because if we go on the 5 or 10, we're going to have to add some more odds. But we did just win $14 there, so, maybe we'll just leave it there and see if we can replace that and come down with odds. All right, here we go. So we can always pull that number down. There's the 4, easy 4. So the come bet would move on, this bet would move off, and they would pay it off and on. But instead of kind of doing all that, they'll just pay you next to your come bet. So 20 in odds gets paid 40, plus the $10 bet is $50. So what they would do, they'd say $50 off and on. And that's where come betting gets fun, right? You don't even have to do anything, you just collect your winnings. So off and on for 50, we rack it, we've got a new come bet, looking for that 8, and here we go. Yo, 11. So there's an advantage of a come bet, so it would just immediately be a winner there. And here we go. Probably off the screen, but we have a 6-point hit. So 20 is going to get paid 24, and our 10 is going to win 10. Our come bet will travel inside the 6, and our puck will go off. So we can kind of rack all this up. Start over with a $10 on the pass line. Now our come bets are contract bets, so if they roll a 4, 6, or 9, our $10 bets would win. If we roll a 7 though, they're subject to the 7 and they would lose. Now the odds follow the puck, so if we roll a 9, this would just be returned to us and only that portion of the bet would get paid. You could alternatively ask the dealer to turn your bet on. So the odds and place bets, they follow the puck by default. All right, here we go. Let's just roll the dice and see what happens here. Coming out, 10, 10 hard. So our bet is going to be on the 10. Let's go ahead and do double odds. We want to get odds on our 6, so hand in $20. Dealer, we want odds on our 6. And we've got a lot of bets up here, so you can leave this, pull it down, whatever you want. I kind of said at the beginning we're trying to stick to kind of 4 numbers, so I'm actually going to ask the dealer to pull us down. So that's a nice thing about place bets. Just get it returned to us. Now hopefully I don't roll that 8 and miss out, but we've got a bet on the 4, 6, 9, and 10 with odds. Great, amazing bets, but we got to roll them for it to help us out. And if we roll the 7, we take a very big hit. So we have $30 on every bet. So just like that, $120 down the drain. All right, puck is going to go off. Let's go ahead and restart this. We're going to have a new shooter. We'll give this one more try and see what happens. So here we go, coming out. We've got our line bet. You need a line bet to shoot, either pass or don't. And we rolled an 8, so the point will be 8. So cover as many numbers as you want with place bets. I'm just going to cover 2, the 6 and 5. Dealer placed my 6 and 5, so we'll get 3 and change and get set up for $10 on the 5, $12 on the 6. We'll make a $10 come bet to try to replace one of these numbers. All right, here we go. No, quick 7. All right, one more roll. I forgot to add odds, which is kind of a benefit for us because we didn't lose them. All right, so these are going to come down, and then our last come bet will get paid. All right, puck goes off. Rack that up. We'll start over. $10 on the pass line. And no matter what, this will be the last shooter for this video. All right, here we go. 8. We're back out on that 8. We'll do the same thing. Dealer, place my 5 and 6. So 3 and change. And let's make a $10 come bet. So hopefully we can replace these and come down with odds. All right, here we go. Do-si-do. There's a yo 11. That's just a quick winner in the come. All right, here we go. 6, easy 6. So this is going to travel inside the 6. Our 12 gets paid 14. Dealer, I'd like to come down with $20 in odds. All right, take that $20 and set you up. Great bet. And we got a win from the very, onset. So let's go ahead and make another come bet. Still shooting for that 5, 6, or 8. Oh, we forgot our odds on the 8 again. So $20 in odds back there. All right, here we go. 5, fever 5. All right, come bet will come up. $10 again gets paid 14. Dealer, I'd like to come down with 20 in odds, all right? So we rack some and we use our winnings to make our odds bet. which is way better than pulling it from a rack. All right, and we've got 3 numbers. We'll go ahead and make one more bet to get a 4th number, or more preferably just an off and on. Yo 11, we'll take that too. Just a quick win in the come. $10, we'll rack that up. We're really looking for that 5, 6, or 8. There's the 8-point hit. So that's going to win 24 for the odds and $10. It's going to move up into the 8 and the puck is going to go off. So let's go ahead and rack all this up here. Got our $10 bet. Our odds are off. Our flat bets are working though. Can't turn those on or off. And we're coming out again. So here we go. Let's see what happens. 10. 10, easy 10. Point's going to be 10. So let's go ahead and get double odds. And let's add our odds to our 8. I've just chosen double. You can do single odds, maximum odds for your table, no odds. All right, we got 4 big bets. Let's hit a number and knock it down. 4 hard. That's not one of our numbers. We got a lot of numbers, but that's not one of them. 4 hard. And that's going to drop if they move the wall and be called a 9. So I don't know if you could see that, and I hit it with my stick, but it would have been a 9, which is no good for us. But at least it wasn't a bad number. All right, here we go. Off the screen, but probably a 9. Come on, shooter. 5, 6, 8, 10. Lots of numbers. We just got to roll it. All right, there's that 5. So we don't have a come bet to replace this, so this bet has to come down. Our 20 wins 30, 3-2 payoff, and then our 10. So a $40 payoff. And then what we could do is just leave $10 in the come to replace another number. And hopefully it's the 5 or 6, right? So we just get paid off and on. All right, here we go. 8 hard, there we go. So this would just be off and on for $34, right? So we would win 24 for the odds, $10. So let's go $34 off and on. Just rack that up. And our come bet just stays right where it is. We can happily roll those all day long. There's the 5, so our come bet's going to move to the 5. Let's throw in $20 to the dealer. Dealer, 20 in odds. And here we go. 9. We don't have the 9. 10, a point hit. There we go. We're starting to win a little bit. So 20 is going to win 40, 50. I'm just going to pay out in green here. And puck is going to go off. Let's go ahead and rack this up. Got $10 on the line. We're coming out. Our odds are off. Our flat bets are working on the 5, 6, or 8. 3 craps. That doesn't affect these bets, but it does down here on the pass line. So we'll lose that one. We just need to replace it. And here we go. 10, we're out on that 10 again. Let's go ahead and do double odds. It worked for us last time. Now all of our bets are working, odds are working. We want to roll that 5, 6, 8, or 10. Not going to happen. There's that 7 out. So that's when it hurts, when all the numbers are up. Nothing you can do about that. All right, puck goes off. Let's go ahead and count it up and see how we did. We came in with 400. All right, we've got 1, 2, 275. There's 3. We'll do it this way, 3. And then we've got 25, 50, 75. There's our 400. So there's our buy-in. We've got just a little bit of profit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30, 35, 40, 45. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 45. So there you go. I showed how the come better and the place better can work in harmony. Still keep a low house edge if they'd like, if you just do place bets on the 6 and 8. And yeah, kind of get the best of both worlds. So however you like to play, come bets, place bets. Till next time, good luck on coloring up.